Hi folks, so I just made a brief video talking about use of sabre on horseback. While I was watching it back to check that I hadn't talked complete twaddle, another point came to my head, so I thought I'll follow it up and make that point quickly now. And that's very simply that when you're on horseback, often you go very quickly past your enemy. Now, I should hasten to add that I have only ridden a horse a handful of times in my life, so I'm not a riding expert by any means, but as a matter of interest I have studied the manuals that talk about sword use from horseback, and I've watched the World War I videos and so on, so I've taken an interest in it and the literature particularly, and it's very, very clear that there were certain methods for extracting your point once it had gone through someone on horseback at speed. And if you watch, if you look up on YouTube or British Pathé website, the World War I cavalry training videos, you can also find links to them on the Scholar Forum. You can actually see them practicing this, and essentially what happens is, so they've got their head down, they've got their hilt up, and they've got the point in. And depending which side you come on, say for example the enemy is on my left hand side here, they'll put the point in, and then as they go past they have to move the sword in a great big arc so that the blade comes out of them again. So it goes into the person's body, I'm riding forwards, they're going past me, and I have to make the sword go completely backwards so that they slide off my point again afterwards. If I don't do this movement, and on the other side it would be the opposite, so I would go here, and what they show in the World War I training is, hold on, my reign's a bit too far forward there, is they actually go under the arm that way and let it go out backwards. And this incidentally is they're also shown doing this with lance as well. So if you stab someone on this side, you let the arm go back or down and through. It depends whether, if it's a person on foot, you let the arm go under. If it's a person at the same height, so on another horse for example, then obviously you let it go back that way. But the important part is you must do this quickly. As the point goes into them, you have to let it come straight back out again as it goes past, because if you don't, what happens is the person's body runs, if we change perspective here, the person's body runs all the way up to your hilt and your hand goes slam straight into the front, into the inside of the bowl, hurts your hand, perhaps breaks your wrist and potentially disarms you. Okay? If you're travelling at 20 miles an hour on your horse and they're travelling at 20 miles an hour on their horse, you collide at 40 miles an hour and that's all into your little fingers and wrist. That's not a very good thing to happen to your hand. So you administer the point and as quickly as possible extract it again as you go past. And in these World War I training videos you actually see them practicing at different heights against a cavalryman up high and then going past, and then also practicing skewering Germans or Turkish enemies on foot as well and letting it come out and go past. And it's the same thing that they had done with lance, learnt with lance previously. So that's thrusting on horseback in a nutshell. Thank you.